Hello and welcome to Blackhawk TV's presentation of Blackhawk basketball. My name is Jordan Lehman. I am joined tonight, as always, by our cameraman Zach Ambrose and Mr. Stitt. Mr. Stitt, how are we doing?
Doing great. It's warming up outside.
Yes. Yes.
Monday night hoops we got going on, so hopefully nobody has a whole lot to do. Obviously, there's one more NFL game this week, but other than that, this is it, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good night for basketball. Boys basketball tonight as the Hawks host the Stanley-Boyd Orioles. I was trying to think back. I don't know if I remember a Stanley-Boyd matchup. In my history as a fan or as a player. How about you as a coach and a fan of the Hawks?
From a BW standpoint, I can't remember ever Baldwin-Woodville ever playing Stanley-Boyd. We talked last week. I'm actually originally from Altoona. Back when I was growing up, Stanley-Boyd was in our conference. So as a player, back in the day, I remember playing Stanley-Boyd.
Yeah.
Remember going up to the Oriole gym there in Stanley. However, I'm with you. I don't think Baldwin-Woodville has ever played Stanley-Boyd. If somebody has points to the contrary, I'd be more than willing to hear it.
Absolutely right, exactly. It is interesting. It's a interesting matchup, obviously non-conference. Stanley-Boyd brings in a really nice outfit tonight. So far, 5-0 on the season. We were talking before the broadcast started with some impressive victories. They have beaten a fellow conference foe for the Hawks in St. Croix Central already this season. And just a quick glance at the roster, the height and also the youth of the Stanley-Boyd roster really profound with guys towering at 6'8", 6'7", 6'5", and so with the Hawks, obviously height maybe not our strong suit right now at this point in our development, but it will be an interesting matchup. BW coming into this one 0-3 overall. They did drop their first conference game last week to Altoona, which is going to be a really good outfit this year. Hawks, kind of the theme this year is getting youth, kind of showing the youth the ropes, as a lot of freshmen, sophomores, juniors are getting a lot of playing time for BW. But yeah, tonight will be an interesting matchup. It'll be a fun matchup. Like you mentioned, not a lot of history between these two programs, so they don't know much about each other, and that'll make for, I think, an exciting game tonight. We're about 45 seconds away from some introductions and the national anthem and things like that. So we'll take a brief break, and then we will join you all back for the tip between the Hawks and the Orioles. welcome back. So we have our starters here tonight. First for our Baldwin-Woodville Blackhawks. Number 1, junior Joe Jensen. Number 3, junior Aiden Foster. Number 10, sophomore Landon Kuski. Number 11, freshman Luke Janke. And number 12, senior Dane Viendahl. For the Orioles, number 0, junior Mallow. Number 2, junior Myers. Number 12, junior Haas. Number 20, junior Hull. And number 34, junior Dembski. And the tip will go to the Hawks as Kuski gets it to Jensen. Hawks going right to left to start in the first half here. 18-minute halves in high school basketball in Wisconsin. Corner 3 no good.
Yeah, and Stanley's going to start out man-to-man. Good box out there, good look. Rims it out.
5 juniors starting for these Orioles.
And we're going to see a little 2-3 zone out here out of the Blackhawks, something that we haven't seen much of all year.
Good.
We talked a little bit earlier about the size differential. Stanley-Boyd's got 6'8", 6'7" that they're starting. So Coach Benoit thinking 2-3, try to neutralize some of that.
Orioles attempted to kind of drop it down to the post on the first possession, was intercepted by Foster. I think Foster might get his first foul there.
Yep, and you saw what the Orioles were doing there. They immediately got it into Hull, and when Hull caught it, his first look was to look down to his partner down there to play a little high-low. So I would expect to see more of that against this zone that they're going to look to get to that high post, immediately dump it down.
Janke drives, kicks to Jensen, who knocks down the first basket of the evening. Hawks 3, Orioles 0.
And that's good to see. Jensen struggled on Friday night. Good to see him come out shooting that thing with authority, putting it down.
Absolutely. Orioles back to work. Once again, high to low. That one goes off the rim inadvertently.
And they're
Janke threads the needle. And one extra step there for Jensen as he gathered. That's a hard one to judge in real time. It looked a little prolonged stepwise, so travel violation will lead to Oriole basketball here, going left to right. Once again, the Orioles 5-0 early this year.
And 5-0 with some impressive victories. They've got a double-digit win over Fall Creek, who was ranked in the state. They've got a 16-point win over St. Croix Central. They've got 20 and 30-point wins over Edgar, Colby. I mean, they played some tough competition, and at 5-0, they think they are going to be pretty good this year.
Absolutely. Hawks working against the man-to-man, as Mr. Stitt pointed out. Nice interception there by number 2. That's Myers. He's going to bring it up now for the Orioles, who are going to go. The big man down low is going to have a charge called. That was Hull going in toward the basket.
Yeah, on the Orioles side, not real happy with the call, and he did get in there maybe a step late, but it's going to be a charge going the other way.
Just about 2.5 minutes in. Hawks 3, Orioles still scoreless. Tough man-to-man there, and an
another
extra
travel
step
called
once again.
Kind of a difference from what we saw Friday night. I know that you weren't here, Jordan, but there were a number of non-travel calls on Friday and travel calls where we were kind of shaking our head a little bit.
Sure.
These look fairly legit. Good to see Dane going up there getting one. He tweaked his ankle a little bit on Friday, so good to see him back.
Another quick 3 by Jensen, this time off front iron. Obviously in a matchup where stature-wise the Orioles have an advantage, the rebounding battle will be significant. And when you think about defending in a zone, rebounding and finding a man to box out can be difficult. Good drop there in coverage by Jensen, getting a hand on it as Hull was looking for the pass. And we're going to get a quick timeout here for Coach Benoit, a 30-second timeout. And while we take that timeout, we're going to thank our sponsors. For over 38 years, OEM Fabricators has been building the backbone of industries worldwide, from construction and mining to rail, oil, and gas and agriculture. As a Wisconsin Manufacturer of the Year and certified family-friendly workplace, we proudly employ over 280 skilled team members across Woodville, Neillsville, and Phillips. Looking for a career with purpose? We offer flexible 7-day schedules and hands-on opportunities in metalworking. Visit OEMFab.com to learn more. OEM Fabricators, manufacturing like we mean it. Looking for a place that drives good times? Head to Woodville Garage Bar, where muscle cars, cold drinks, and live music come standard. Located in the heart of Woodville, we're serving American favorites with a retro roadside twist. Woodville Garage Bar, more than a bar, it's a destination. So the Orioles will have it under the basket.
Yeah, and you saw that last possession. They're really battling down low. They're trying to get those two bigs, some looks down in the paint. Give the Blackhawks some credit. They've done a great job of not allowing it in there.
Good look on the outside there, and that's Myers, ties things up at 3.
Yeah, and a little thing to say over there to those student fans.
Good look for Veenendahl under the basket from Kuski to Veenendahl. 5-3. Quickly, the Hawks retake the lead. Another good look from deep for the Orioles. Once again, it's Myers. Stanley-Boyd in the lead for the first time tonight.
Yeah, and Stanley just kind of said, hey, maybe we don't need to keep pounding it down in. Let's take a couple threes and open these guys up. And against the zone, obviously we know that you're always going to get those perimeter shots. You can have them anytime you want it. And if you're knocking them down, why wouldn't you?
Quickly on the other end, Janke was able to find Jensen for an easy 2, so the Hawks retake the lead at 7-6. Fast-paced action. One thing the Hawks have been this season thus far is looking to score quickly, looking to push the pace with their athleticism. Working so far tonight.
There's a tip pass, and there's a turnover.
Once again, hands in the passing lanes. Hawks doing a nice job. Janke's going to cross from left to right. He's going to go into the basket. Layup attempt hits rim. Now the Orioles have it.
I think it was a good no call there against Janke. I do believe it looked like Stanley had a little bit of a walk.
Haas with the 3 this time for the Orioles. So 3 triples for the Orioles. Their total's at 9. Hawks at 7.
So exactly what we said coming into the game. The Orioles are going to pound it inside. Probably not a whole lot of perimeter shooting, and they've got 9 points all on threes.
Yeah, Hawks doing a nice job limiting the impact of the size thus far. Orioles doing a nice job connecting from deep.
And really what the Hawks have done is they've done a nice job of defending before guys catch the ball down low. Now, Stanley's kind of showing their talent here by being able to, when they are getting it taken away, that they can step out and knock down some shots. But for the most part, they've done a good job of keeping it out of the lane.
Myers' floater's going to be long. I think that might ricochet off a Blackhawk foot.
And they're looking.
Nope. It's going to be off the Orioles, so Blackhawks basketball.
I was kind of with you. I thought it looked like it maybe hit off, but it was tough to tell whose foot that was.
Checking in for the Orioles is junior number 10, Allard, and for the Hawks, sophomore Gabe Danielson, number 20. Hawks looking to work the ball around, down 2 here, about 6 minutes in. Danielson's going to drive against the height of the Orioles, and that one's going to go off backboard and out of bounds.
Yeah, and tough drive, good move by Danielson to get there. Just got himself a little too deep onto the basket. A good aggressive drive here for his first look at the basket. And the Orioles against this zone running just kind of a pretty simple 3-man out exchange. Their bigs look like they're exiting the inside.
Good look from the nail out. No good on the 3-point attempt. That was Haas, who recently knocked one down. So Hawks looking to tie or take the lead here. Danielson has it on the block. He's going to look for an option. Bienendahl has it. He's going to go up strong. It's going to be short. Couple Orioles there for it. Haas will get it down. Myers will bring it up on the left-hand side. On the block, a nice move there. That's Hull.
And that's one of those moves you can do when you are that big, because you can get that far in one step. Really nice move. And really not much that the Hawk defender could do there against that.
Statistically, it's hard to say who the leading scorers are for the Orioles, as Jensen's going to draw a foul on the layup attempt.
And that's the second or third time that the Hawks have hit on that flex cut. And you've noticed whenever they've caught it, they have immediately shot. There's no pump fake. There's nothing. They're just going right at the basket. Here we go. Joey's shooting two.
First one will rim out. More subs for the Orioles. Number 40, senior Connor Gable. Number 5, junior Carson Woodcock.
And also Dockel in for Baldwin-Woodville.
Second free throw is good.
And we'll see how they adjust this 2-3 now. You had Dockel come in for Dane, so Dockel obviously comes out on top. They move Janke down low in the zone.
Orioles doing a nice job keeping their spacing. A nice move once again by Hull. Yep. He's going to draw a foul, and he will go to the charity stripe.
Yeah, and that was a possession where Aiden really stayed behind him. You'd like to see him at least get partial man around to try and deny that ball a little bit more. Thought they were doing a little nicer job of that, denying that fairly easy entry pass.
First free throw rims up and in. And second free throw rims in as well. So Orioles' biggest lead of the night thus far at 5, 13-8. About 8 minutes in. Jensen thought about it. He's going to move to his right. Long two is going to be short off front iron. Good effort there by Janke. And clever move there by Allard, taking it away from behind. Ball's back in the Orioles' hands. Hull's going to go to work once again, and he's making a huge difference in the last 4 minutes.
Yeah, and that was just a really smooth move.
And now with the pass intercepted, Hull's going to go and draw the foul on Danielson.
And yeah, for a 6'8" kid to be able to put the ball on the floor like that, his stroke at the line, he's a really nice looking player. This is our first opportunity to get a chance to watch him. He's impressive so far here to start.
Absolutely. He's going to be a lot to handle for the Orioles opponents in conference play. Myers is going to take a good look on the left wing, and he's going to stay perfect from out there as the Orioles lead all of a sudden has swollen to 10. And good defense once again by Allard. He's going to go coast to coast, draw the foul, and they are going to have the foul called on the ground before the shot.
Yeah, and it was probably the right call. I think that Dockel was following him really from about half court and into the basket. So
Hawks do a nice job once again defending the inbound. Good look there, a floater hard off the back.
And they're going to call it goaltend, offensive goaltend. It's going the other way. Now, that's maybe we need Nick Pack in here again. I do know that they changed the goaltending rule in college. Obviously, they maybe haven't in high school. In college, that would not be a goaltend anymore.
Kusky looking to get things going offensively, draws the foul. He's had a nice early showing for the Hawks. Really impressive debut on the road at Richmond with 21 points, and has continued to be a significant contributor for Coach Benoit. Foster's going to get his first break as Veenendahl returns for the Hawks. Jensen, really good look top of the key. He's going to take it, and it's good. Nothing but net. Hawks cut into the lead now 11-18.
And that is the second three for Jensen, I believe. He had a free throw and a two-pointer as well for 9 points right now to lead the Hawks.
Orioles moving the ball around effectively. Another good look for Myers. He's perfect thus far. He's going to stay perfect. Back up by 10. Jensen's going to look to answer. That one's going to be long.
And we got a tip here, and it's going the other way, it looks like.
And Kusky will get called on the push as 34 Dembski will return. Myers will get his first break. A couple others exchanged there. So now the 6'7" height for the Orioles, and Dembski back in. He's going to get it around the nail. He's going to pull up for an elbow jumper, no good. Offensive rebound leads to a three-point attempt, no good, but the rebounding battle going the way of the Orioles here on this possession.
Yeah, to have that luxury of taking out your 6'8" kid to put in your 6'7" kid. And Dembski, I mean, his shot right there, he's got a nice soft touch as well. These guys are pretty good.
They are moving the ball around effectively. That's going to be a corner three, and that's going to be another three down for the Orioles. That time Allard, who's had some impactful defensive plays. Jenkins going to take a three in transition. That's going to be off front iron, and quickly the Orioles will have another possession. Just under 7 minutes to play in the first half.
And I believe the Blackhawks here have probably about 15 seconds total on their last two possessions combined.
Right.
And you watch Stanley-Boyd, they've come down, just worked it, got a good shot. And you slowly start to see this thing kind of drift away. And the Blackhawks they came out here, I thought they were playing pretty well. And they're not out of it yet, don't get me wrong. You just don't want to see them come down every time jacking up a three as they've done here. And we're going to have a 3-second call.
Veenendahl in the lane there. So Orioles 24, Blackhawks 11. 13-point lead, the largest for Stanley-Boyd. Orioles have shot it really well from deep, but Dockel's there to intercept the pass. Kusky's going to look to push and pass it right back to the Orioles, who are going to push themselves. Floater from zero. Malo is no good, and foul will be called. Five team fouls apiece.
We've got both Hull and Myers coming back for Stanley-Boyd.
Foster.
And Foster back for BW.
So original starters in for the Hawks. Looks like original starters back in for the Orioles as they tip away a pass there. Myers is going to slow things down.
They did, and Coach Benoit really wanted a foul on that one.
Good work between the Towers, Dembski, and Hull there. 15 points to lead now for Stanley-Boyd. Once again, 5-0 in the early going this year with impressive wins throughout their schedule.
Yeah, and they've looked every bit that good so far tonight.
Absolutely. Janky.
Good hustle there by Foster to try and save it. Orioles come out of there with it.
Hawks continue to work hard. Another good look there from Myers. I believe the first he's missed from deep. He's got 12 on 4 triples in the first half.
Yeah, and at the beginning of the game, BW I thought did a really nice job of not allowing that high post entry. And really over the last 6-7 minutes, Stanley-Boyd has just been living off that. They're getting into that high post, and as soon as it goes there, they pass so well out of there, those two bigs. It's really been pretty impressive.
Yeah, I'm not sure, obviously, how much zone the Orioles have seen this season, but they're doing a nice job thus far in the first half. Full timeout here. We're going to get back to thanking some of our sponsors. Are you financially prepared for the big game of life? Whitecap Financial Advisors wants to help you with your game plan. Just like no two teams are the same, no two investors are the same. Here's the play-by-play. Together we will win. 1, make a plan. 2, work the plan. 3, review the plan. Whitecap Financial Advisors specializes in investment management, financial and retirement planning, life insurance, and education funding. Call today to set up your no-cost, no-obligation appointment at their Roberts or Turtle Lake location. Reach them at 715-760-9001. At Crystal Orthodontics, our goal is to exceed your expectations. Our care is centered around you, and we want you to have a fantastic experience that leads to a perfect, healthy smile. That's why our doctors and orthodontic teams go out of their way to keep you smiling throughout every step of the process. Our unique combination of long-time experience, highly qualified and caring team members, and dedication to going above and beyond to meet your unique needs has led us to be the area's preferred orthodontic provider. Exceptional smiles and extraordinary experiences. That's what matters to us. We can't wait to care for you. 4:23 to go in the first half between the Hawks and the Orioles. Stanley-Boyd 26, BW 11. Some hot shooting from the Orioles thus far in the first half, and some stingy man-to-man defense using their height and length effectively. Let's see if the Hawks can get things turned around here in the...
Yeah, and the question is, BW has not been a zone defense for as long as Coach Benoit has been here. I haven't seen him play any zone at all this year. I'm curious to see if they're going to switch back and try to match up a little bit with Stanley. I know you're giving up that size.
Good
nice entry there. Yeah, good position and good basket there by Janky. And nope, they're gonna stick with the zone.
Once again.
And just a pretty little twist. Couldn't finish it. And Hull's going to get called for the foul going the other way. And that is his second foul. So he's going to head to the bench.
Gable return for the Orioles, giving Hull a break here. Most likely for the final 3 minutes and 30 seconds of this first half.
Yeah, I would think so. As long as it stays kind of in this range, you're going to keep him over there.
Foster, good look from both the free throw line is no good. Here come the Orioles. Running pass is going to be just a touch long off the fingertips of Gable. Possession will go back to the Hawks.
Yeah, and really nice look on the last possession there by Foster. Good cut to the lane, good pass, good turnaround. Just off. And you see that they're starting to take that cut up over the top. Stanley's starting to run underneath that screener, so BW is making the adjustment. They're cutting up to the top.
Jensen, quick trigger three is going to be good. His third of the first half, and the Hawks back within 10. 2.5 minutes to go in the first half.
Yeah, and he's really come out and shot the ball well this half. He's played well. Defensively, he's had active hands. Really nice to see Joe come back here today.
Hawks looking to have some offense lead to effective defense with Hull on the bench especially. Good look in the corner there is going to be off, and Blackhawk basketball looking to cut it to a single-digit margin.
And yeah, and as it starts to get down a little bit, do you keep Hull out this long, or do you bring him back?
Right. Tough defense.
And that was a dangerous pass. Kind of threw it at the defender that time instead of to that outside hand.
Jenke's going to work to his left. He's going to go all the way to the rack, and he'll finish.
Nice drive and a finish.
One of the more impressive freshman ball players we've had at BW in a very, very long time. Jenke's had a really nice start to the season, and now...
Yeah, and you had obviously a good chance to watch him play football all fall, and so you know what kind of a competitor he is.
He is all of that and more, and Hawks are within 8. We're going to get a timeout now from the Orioles, a 30-second timeout, as the Hawks have cut it to 8, a minute 16 to go. Looking to get your Wisconsin driver's license or just need a refresher behind the wheel? Bumper to Bumper in Somerset, Wisconsin has you covered. Locally owned and operated, we offer flexible driver education, online or in-person classroom instruction, plus professional behind-the-wheel training. Whether you're a teen getting your permit or an adult brushing up on the rules of the road, we're here to help you drive with confidence. Visit us online at btbsdllc.com. That's btbsdllc.com. Bumper to Bumper Driving School, driven to teach, committed to safety. When your ride needs work, don't mess around and bring it to the pros at DMS Repair. We specialize in ATV, UTV, and snowmobile repairs, from full engine rebuild to drivetrain upgrades. DMS Repair, get back out there, stronger than ever. Minute 16 to play in the first half. Orioles moving from left to right here in the sideline inbounds with an 8-point lead.
Yeah, but a really good job by the Blackhawks not letting this thing get away, getting back into it. There was a few moments there where it looked like it was going to start to get away from them right there. And 8-point lead here, and it looks like Stanley's going to pull it out.
Yeah, Coach Nichols tells his guys get out around the volleyball line, which honestly they've been out there. The guards have been leading to some excellent spacing for their offense in the first half, but I think now they're just going to take this last possession, looking to get a good look into the first half.
Yeah, so they seem happy. It looks like the Blackhawks are content as well to kind of let them stand out there. They're really not extending much. So
student section helping out.
Yeah, they're
Blackhawks. Under 30 seconds now, closing in on 20. Myers closely guarded.
We got a trap, and nope. And this is one of those situations where do you bring in the shot clock in high school basketball?
Right. 10 seconds. Myers has it. He's going to take a right wing three. That's going to be off. Jenke's going to get it with 5 seconds to go. He's going to speed it up to Vienendahl for the 2 at the buzzer. So that last minute 14 couldn't have gone any better for the Hawks, as they're going to cut the lead to 6, 20 to 26 to go into halftime. BW pulls back from a 15-point deficit at one time in that first half, now just trailing by 6. So Blackhawk TV, we're going to take a quick break for this 10-minute halftime, then we will rejoin you for the second half between the Hawks and the Orioles.
Metalworking. Visit OEM. Bar, where muscle cars, cold drinks, and live music come standard. Located in the heart of Woodville, we're serving up American favorites with a retro roadside twist. Come for the food and stay for the music. Woodville Garage Bar is a great venue with the best vibes around. Woodville Garage Bar, more than a bar, it's a destination. Are you financially prepared for the big game of life? Whitecap Financial Advisors wants to help you with your game plan. Just like no two teams are the same, no two investors are the same. Here's the play-by-play. Together, we will 1. Make the plan, 2. Work the plan, 3. Review the plan. Whitecap Financial Advisors specializes in investment management, financial and retirement planning, life insurance, and education funding. Call today to set up your no-cost, no-obligation appointment at their Roberts or Turtle Lake location, 715-760-9001. From the roughest seas to the highest peaks, Whitecap Financial Advisors will be with you every step of the way. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Mosaic Wealth, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Mosaic Wealth is separately owned, and other entities and/or marketing names, products, or services referenced here are independently of Mosaic Wealth. At Christo Orthodontics, our goal is to exceed your expectations. Our care is centered around you, and we want you to have fantastic experiences that lead to a perfect, healthy smile. That's why our doctors and orthodontic teams go out of their way to keep you smiling throughout every step of the process. Our unique combination of lifelong experience, highly qualified and caring team members, and dedication to going above and beyond to meet your unique needs has led us to be the area's preferred orthodontic provider. Exceptional smiles and extraordinary experiences. That's what matters to us. We can't wait to care for you. Looking to get your Wisconsin driver's license or just need a refresher behind the wheel? Bumper to Bumper in Somerset, Wisconsin has you covered. Locally owned and operated, we offer flexible driver education, online or in-person classroom instruction, plus professional behind-the-wheel training. Whether you're a teen getting your permit or an adult brushing up on the rules of the road, we're here to help you drive with confidence. Visit us online at btbsdllc.com. That's btbsdllc.com. Bumper to Bumper Driving School. Driven to teach, committed to safety. When your ride needs work, don't mess around. Bring it to the pros at DMS Repair. We specialize in ATV, UTV, and snowmobile repairs, from full engine rebuilds to drivetrain upgrades. Need performance? We've got clutch kits, ECM tunes, turn signal kits, rims, tires, you name it. We work on all major brands, and with our advanced diagnostic software, no job is too big or too small. DMS Repair. Get back out there stronger than ever. Looking for your next Ford? Whether it's a rugged truck, a dependable SUV, or a certified used vehicle, Lupient Ford in Baldwin has you covered. We're your hometown source for new and used Fords, expert service, genuine parts, and a car buying experience that's second to none. Visit us at 850 Fern Drive in Baldwin, where great service and great vehicles come standard. At Firehelm Langer, your goals come first. With offices in Baldwin, Ellsworth, River Falls, and Lake Elmo, we offer the expertise of a large CPA firm delivered with the personal attention of a trusted local partner. From bookkeeping and payroll to tax prep, planning, and financial projections, we take the time to understand your business and build lasting relationships. Firehelm Langer, local, responsive, reliable. Let's move forward together. Since 1903, Nielsen's Foods has been proud to serve our communities with quality, care, and a smile. From fresh baked goods to our full-service deli, bakery, and Caribou Coffee, there's something for everyone. Don't miss our award-winning Nielsen's Market Meats and the friendly staff that make shopping here feel like home. At Nielsen's, we're building more than just a store. We're building a family. Nielsen's Foods, over a century of service, a lifetime of trust. When it comes to your home or business, trust experience you can count on. At Blackhawk Garage Door, we're your local experts for garage door sales, service, and installations. Plus, beautiful polyurethane concrete floor coatings for your garage, patio, pool deck, and more. Our coatings are completed in just one day and come with a lifetime warranty. Proudly serving Western Wisconsin and the Twin Cities Metro for over 20 years, we're here for your residential and commercial needs. Contact Blackhawk Garage Door today and make your space look and perform its best. BlackhawkGarageDoor.com. Stay warm and cozy this winter with Lakes Gas, your local family-owned propane company, proudly serving the community for over 65 years. From heating and cooking to backyard grilling, Lakes Gas delivers reliable, affordable propane for homes and businesses alike. With locations in Roberts and Hager City, we're committed to exceptional service and giving back to the communities we serve. Discover the Lakes Gas difference. Visit lakesgas.com today. Looking to buy or sell a home? Trust the team your neighbors have trusted for years. Timmerman Realtors. Led by Don and Andrew, Timmerman Realtors brings generations of experience and a personal touch to every deal. They're not just agents, they're part of the community. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, let Timmerman Realtors guide you every step of the way. Timmerman Realtors, local, trusted, family-owned. Life's full of twists and turns, but whatever comes next, Wisconsin Credit Union is right there with you. With 24/7 access through online banking, our mobile app, text banking, and even touch-tone phone service, managing your money is easy, anytime, anywhere. Rooted in the philosophy of people helping people, we're proud to support local causes and spread kindness across our communities. Because at Wisconsin, we're not just strong, we're community strong. For 38 years, OEM Fabricators has been building the backbone of industries worldwide, from construction and mining to rail, oil and gas, and agriculture. As a Wisconsin Manufacturer of the Year and certified family-friendly workplace, we proudly employ over 280 skilled team members across Woodville, Neillsville, and Phillips. Looking for a career with a purpose? We offer flexible 7-day schedules and hands-on opportunities in metalworking. Visit OEMFAB.com to learn more. OEM Fabricators, manufacturing like we mean it. Looking for a place?
All right, welcome back. We are seconds away from half number 2 between the Stanley-Boyd Orioles and our Baldwin-Woodville Blackhawks. Orioles in control most of that first half, had a lead as big as 15, but the Hawks had a really nice final stretch, pulling within 6. And so we'll see if that momentum continues here into the second half. 18 minutes to go, and for the second half, the Orioles will work from right to left, Hawks from left to right. Mr. Stitt, we'll see if the Hawks lean on that 2-3 zone, and it looks like they might.
Yeah, they are. And, you know, there was a time there it looked like the Orioles had kind of figured it out. We're getting it to that high post over and over again. And we're kind of scoring at will, and it just kind of shut down a little bit. And that's going to be a travel on Dembski.
Yep, Dembski shovels his feet a bit at the high post, trying to get it down to Hole, who had a good look down there. So Hawks will have their first possession. Janke has turned into one of the lead guards for the Hawks this season as a freshman, which is impressive in and of itself. Will bring it up. Hawks will continue their work in the flex.
And Foster almost turned that one over, and at this point you see a lot of switching right now on these screens out of Stanley-Boyd.
Kuski's going to turn the corner. Drive, floater, off left iron, rebounded by Myers.
Yeah, good little look. He had a great shot. Another one of those, got to get her to fall.
Number 2, Myers, with a really nice first half. 4 triples for the junior. Good hands there for our sophomore, Kuski. He's going to turn and look. Dishes to Janke. He's going to dish to Foster. Back out to Kuski, no good. Janke, good look out to Jensen, who was hot in the first half, no good there. Good effort by Foster, not quite able to get the handle on the rebound, and Myers will bring it up once again for the Orioles.
Yeah, another good possession there by BW. Good box out there at the end by Stanley, but good possession. And there goes Hall, and yeah, that's, if he gets it that deep, he's probably either going to make it or go to the line. Great move by the junior.
This Stanley-Boyd outfit, starting 5 juniors, they're going to be a lot to handle for this season and next. First free throw's good. Orioles lead back at 7. Second one, no good. Janke's going to pull down the rebound. He's been the leading rebounder this season early. And out of control there in the lane was Kuski, and that's going to be a turnover on the transition.
Just off there, we had a couple of guys get tangled up back here, so that was a 4-on-4. They're both back up, they're good. And you can see BW now that one big adjustment that they've made is that they're really trying to front that high post, not let that in there.
Really nice kick from Hull to Myers. Myers was off on the 3-point attempt, and good rebound for the Hawks.
Both teams kind of cold here, field goal wise to start out, and
Hull will pin that layup attempt against the backboard. Transition 3 from Dempsey's going to be long. Once again, almost a good rebound by Kuski. That'll go off a foot, but Janke will pull it down. Nice dish to Jensen. Transition 2 is going to be no good.
Yeah, and that one looked like the threat of the defense right there. You just saw one get thrown against the backboard by Hull, and you drive again, you throw it up a little bit quicker. Sometimes those don't show up in the stats as a block, but it absolutely is the reason why.
Absolutely.
Nice box out there by Veenendahl, keeping Hull off the glass. And again, no field goals here by either team in the first.
After a hot shooting half for the Orioles from deep. No good on the first 3 of this second half. Kuski will draw the foul.
Yeah, and you can see the officials kind of gave him a little leeway there at first. He was handsy. He gave him a little leeway. When he took that big swipe, he's going to blow the whistle every time.
Checking in for the Orioles, junior Allard. Impressive first half for number 10, particularly defensively. Had a couple steals.
Yeah, he had some really active hands out here. Another junior, too.
Janke's going to cross, get to the lane, and draw the foul. That is going to be something we're going to have the privilege of seeing a lot of over the next 4 seasons, which is exciting for all Blackhawk fans.
And maybe even more importantly, that is the 3rd foul on Brenner Myers, who currently is leading the Orioles with 12 points.
Good touch on the free throw attempt for Janke. He's shot it well from the stripe thus far in the early season. And that one just rims out. Really good effort there by a couple Hawks, but Hull will get it. Lead back at 6. Hole will
create a little space.
no good on
I
the
think it
reverse
was a
layup,
good no call. And right there, it comes right back to Stanley-Boyd.
good heads-up play by Malo with the steal from behind. Hole's going to get it once again near the basket. Kind of trapped there, kicks it. And a lot of Blackhawks in the paint there, ready for that pass. And Jensen's going to slow it down a little bit as this first half, similar to the way the game, or second half rather, similar to how the first half opened up and down here in the first 4+ minutes. Jensen's got it.
Nice little cut there by Jensen. Good pass by Foster. Almost a little slip screen almost, just slid right into the lane, and it's a 4-point game.
Absolutely, 4-foot jumper's good as Jensen was surrounded by Orioles, but finds the twine, and Orioles are going to find the twine there, as that's something that happened in the first half too. A lot of really good answers from deep, and that time it's Malo. Orioles lead back at 7.
And for Malo, that's his first basket of the game, and really couldn't have come at a better time for Stanley-Boyd. Good hustle there by Dane.
Kuski to Jensen, good look, top of the key. He's been shooting it well. He continues to. And we are back within 4 here. Once again, for those joining us in the second half, 15-point lead for the Orioles in the first half. Hawks have chipped away, and we have got a 2-possession ball game here with 12:45 to go.
Yeah, and for the Hawks, I mean, just a completely different night and a completely different look than last Friday, where we had frustration and guys that were making unaccustomed mistakes. And right now, this is a 4-point game against a very good team. We've already talked about Stanley-Boyd, and they have not had a game in single digits yet this year, and that's against some really tough competition.
Janke skies for the offensive rebound. He's going to go up strong, and that one I thought we might get an and one, but he'll head to the line looking to close this thing even closer.
Yeah, and right now, Baldwin-Woodville's the aggressor. They're going in. They're the ones getting the rebounds.
First free throw, smooth for Janke. Hawks total climbs to 27. And we're within 2, 28-30. Came into the break down 6, now Hawks down 2.
Well, and this game really changed kind of at the end of the first half. It was an 8-point game, and about a minute and a half to go in the half, and Stanley-Boyd decided to pull it out, hold the ball, play for 1. They missed their shot. BW ran down, got a quick 2 to make it 6.
Good answer there from Woodcock. Lead is at 5.
And Stanley had kind of lost their momentum at that point. That 3 might get some of it back.
Jensen, quick trigger, short. And we're going to get a great effort. Vienendahl secure position, and we're going to get a push from behind, and the Orioles have 4 quick fouls here with just about 11.5 minutes to go, so Hawks likely shooting bonus free throws here at the latter part of this half.
Yeah, and great job by Dane again. He established position despite being on offense and drew that foul. He earned that foul.
Jensen out to Janke out to Jensen rather. Had a decent look, but he's going to slow it down, look to establish some offense here. Jensen floater from the baseline is going to be no good. He's got some Hawks on the weak side there. Danielson, he's going to shoulder into his teammate, kind of moved Vienendahl out of the way, and then drew a reach. Got him on the arm, did the Orioles, and so Danielson's going to go to the free throw line. First free throw off front iron.
And that foul came on Carson Woodcock, who's a guy we haven't mentioned a whole lot, but that's his third foul. He was kind of the guy that came in here to replace Myers, give him a breather. Now both of those guys have 3 fouls.
No good on both free throw attempts as Danielson, 11.5 to go. Cole gets it once again. He's a guy that they want to touch every possession, and that time he had a decent look, missed it, but he'll get his own rebound and put it back, and that's something that's hard to account for, like you mentioned in the first half. 6'8" with the length that he has, that's going to happen.
And you could see him coming down the floor that time. He wanted the ball, and he wasn't going to dish that one. He's done a great job of passing this game. He was going to take that one. He was going to go to the rack.
Jensen missed a quick trigger 2 on our end. Myers now has it in the corner. Good defense there by Danielson. And the Hawks are going to quickly get 2 on hold, but he's going to use his length and his footwork.
And just a really tough move, hard to defend. I think the BW side was asking for a travel. I don't think he traveled. It looked like just a good play.
Good save there by Vienendahl. Foster short on the layup.
Yep.
Orioles lead back at 9 here, just about 10 minutes to go. And we're going to get a 2-on-1, Janke and Jensen. And Janke's going to spin and put it up, no good. It got a little bit too deep under the basket there.
And that one is going to be a travel. And looks like he might have dragged that back pivot foot just a little bit.
Janke will get a well-deserved break after he ran for the first 8 minutes of this second half. Dockel will bring it up now for the Hawks. Number 5 sophomore JT Dockel. Another sophomore in this youth movement BW has going this season. Foster's going to turn the corner. He's going to pull up for 2 and not quite there on the roll.
And they've just been a little bit off. They've had good shots in the lane here for the last 3-4 minutes and just can't get anything to fall. Again, part of that is the threat of 6'7", 6'8" standing behind you. Good entry pass to Hole. Going to have a foul on the floor against Gabe Danielson.
Not a terrible foul. Hawks have a lot of fouls to give here. Just 2 team fouls here about halfway through the second half. Hole's going to have a really good look go through his hands. Dockel's going to be 1-on-1, and he's going to get fouled on his layup attempt using his speed, and Hawks will go back to the free throw line.
Yeah, and really a nice play by Dockel there to even get that ball up. I thought at the speed that he had to go, he wasn't going to have a chance to even get a shot up, let alone get to the line.
JT off to the left on that first attempt. Second one good. Hawks within 8.
Paul wanted a little longer breather, it looked like there, so took a little time to pick that ball up.
More good ball moving from the Orioles. Cole's going to skip past to Myers, who's going to drive. Tough floater, but he will get fouled kind of from the side there. I believe that was
Vienendahl. Yep. First foul on Vienendahl.
Myers, the sharpshooter of the first half, no good on the first free throw. Really opened things up in the first half for the Orioles.
Yeah, it was really his three-point shooting right away that got the Orioles going. And he's been relatively quiet since then. We've got an offensive foul and a legal screen here And I believe this is going on Danielson, and that is going to be his 4th foul. So we've been talking about foul trouble for Stanley-Boyd, and all of a sudden Danielson now for BW.
Janke will
Picks up his
quickly
4th.
check in, as will Kuski.
I'll be honest, that 4th foul kind of snuck up on us a little bit.
It did. Hawks looking to keep it in the single-digit deficit range. Orioles up 9.
Oh, that's going to be a double dribble. And Malo knew it right away as soon as he did it.
Over halfway through the second half, 8:38 to play here in the West Gym at Baldwin-Woodville High School.
And what's kind of interesting here is, you look at Hull as your 6'7", 6'8" kid, and they're running a switching, almost a matchup zone, but they're switching screens, and really nice play there. Saw that he switched and didn't get there in time. But Hull's playing out on top. He's not playing down low. He's not guarding the post. He's guarding the wing instead.
Good look for Myers. He hit a lot of those in the first half. He will get things going in the second. Triple for Myers. Orioles lead at 12. Janke's going to shoulder in, take it into the rim, and Hull's there to send it away.
Yeah, and just a little out of control there for Janke. Really didn't have anything on the drive. Probably should have pulled it out, ran a little offense.
Myers going to take another one, and he'll hit another one. That's number 6 for Myers, and he has got the Orioles lead back to 15. Looking for your next Ford, whether it's a rugged truck, a dependable SUV, or a certified used vehicle, LuPont Ford in Baldwin has you covered. We are hometown source for new and used Fords, expert service, genuine parts, and a car buying experience that's second to none. Visit us at 850 Fern Drive in Baldwin, where great service and great vehicles come standard. At Firearm Langer, your goals come first. With offices in Baldwin, Ellsworth, River Falls, and Lake Elmo, we offer the expertise of a large CPA firm, delivered with the personal attention of a trusted local partner. From bookkeeping and payroll to tax prep, planning, and financial projections, we take the time to understand your business and build lasting relationships. Firehelm Langer, local, responsive, reliable. Let's move forward together. Since 1903, Nielsen's Foods has been proud to serve our communities with quality care and a smile. From fresh baked goods to our full-service deli, bakery, and Caribou Coffee, there's something for everyone. Don't miss our award-winning Nielsen's Market Meats and the friendly staff that make shopping here feel like home. Nielsen's Foods, over a century of service, a lifetime of trust. When it comes to your home or business, trust experiences you can count on. At Blackhawk Garage Door, we're your local experts for garage door sales, service, and installation, plus beautiful poly-area concrete floors, coatings for your garage, patio, pool deck, and more. BlackhawkGarageDoor.com. 15-point lead, 7:32 to go in the second half. Hawks will have possession moving from left to right, as the lead was down to 2 at one point, and the Orioles behind Hull and Myers have expanded it back to double digits. Tough defense from the Orioles. Janke will kick to Kuski and draw the foul.
And I was just about to say that Stanley-Boyd is playing a little bit more aggressive here on defense, and you see the foul called. Definitely a foul. And that is the 4th foul already on Carson Woodcock.
Hawks shooting the 1-and-1. Janke short on the first. Hull bring down the rebound. Dembski, the 6'7" junior, back in, number 34 for the Orioles. So both of the towers in for Stanley-Boyd.
And we failed to mention this, but BW did go now a little man.
And Hull quickly takes advantage. Gives the Orioles their biggest lead of the night at 17. Jensen, quick three, is going to be off left iron. Vienendahl will try to save, unable to, and Stanley-Boyd will look to push their lead closer to 20.
Yeah, you had both Bienendahl and Jensen going after that ball, hustling hard after it. I think Jensen probably had a better shot at saving it than Jensen did, or than Bienendahl did, but either way, it went out of bounds. Good hustle by both guys.
Foster a little too physical.
We're going to see man and a little bit of pressure.
It's the foul called. Woodcock will get it across the timeline. He's going to drive and kick the hole. He'll take a triple left wing, and that's going to fall. And it's been the half of Hole, as he's had a really, really nice impact here in the second stanza tonight.
Oh, nice pass there by Janke to Bienendahl.
And Janke quickly transitioning to defense. He will hold up Myers there. Myers will draw the foul on Janke. And the Hawks, quickly, their team foul total is at 6.
Yeah, Janke's second. But you see them getting a little more aggressive. They're going to commit some more fouls. Trying to get the ball back.
And some feet get tripped up there between Kuski and Hole, so.
Nothing intentional. Feet are tangled, but they're looking to see, did he have a clear path? Never mind. I'm not sure what they did.
Yeah,
they
neither
call
am
it
I.
travel?
They must have. Looked like just some inadvertent, like you mentioned, tangling of feet.
Even inadvertent contact, if it causes a guy with the ball to go down, that's a foul. But BW will take it.
Good hands there by
Woodcock. Which, again, he's playing with 4 fouls, so kind of a risky steal there.
He'll shoot the floater, and it'll turn into a lob for Hole, and the lead is at 20. Jensen, transition 3, looks good from where I am, but just long, and we're going to get a foul called on Bienendahl on the rebound, and we're going to shoot the 1-and-1 are the Orioles.
Yeah, and I believe it's Hole again going to the line. So as you said, kind of the second half of Hole, he's up to 18 points now on the game. Sat a fairly good chunk with 2 fouls. He has not committed a foul now in the second half, and has really taken over this game.
First one good, lead at 21 for the Orioles.
You know, the other difference too, now that you've seen the Hawks go man, we've gotten the opportunity to see what Hole can do on the perimeter as well. Against that zone, he was always high post, or he was on the block. He was one or the other.
Janke on the rebound, puts it back.
Here in the second half, we've had a chance to see him down low. Or, I'm sorry, out on the perimeter. And he's knocking threes down, he's making free throws. He's a pretty complete player.
He is. And number 2, Nathan Randberg, a junior, will get his first run of the evening for the Hawks. First free throw good for Woodcock. Second one rims out.
A nice box out by Foster.
Janke's just going to speed by to the rack, and he's going to finish for 2. Showing that special burst that he has, and he's going to be a little too physical there with the body.
Yep, and you know, that's a foul. And that's the 4th foul on Janke. You can't shove your body into a guy when he's dribbling up the floor. I know he's putting his hands up like I'm not fouling, but you're still chesting him.
Myers good on his first free throw attempt. He's closing in on, well, he's at 20. He's going to look to make it 21. He's got it. As Myers and Hole have accounted for 40 of the Orioles' 55 this evening. Jensen, deep 3 is going to be long off back iron. Hole bring down the rebound. He's probably right up there with a double-double, if not already there tonight.
And I think you just said right there, the one thing that they haven't seen me do so far is bring the ball up the floor. So
right.
I'm going to be a point guard.
More free throws down the stretch. First one no good there for Haas. Second one good. Another one of the juniors on this Orioles squad making a difference tonight. Their lead at 21. Jensen kicks, and Janke will find it on the opposite wing. He'll finish from 3, rattles that one in, and his total continues to rise as Orioles had 2 6-7 plus against 2 guards for the Hawks, but they'll slow it down here with just under 4.5 minutes to play and an 18-point lead. Good defense there from Ramberg. We'll get a timeout called by Coach Nichols.
Yeah, and that was close to being a 5-second call. I think he almost needed to call that.
Absolutely. Stay warm and cozy this winter with Lakes Gas, your local family-owned propane company, proudly serving the community for over 65 years. From heating and cooking to backyard grilling, Lakes Gas delivers reliable, affordable propane for homes and businesses alike. With locations in Roberts and Hanger City, we're committed to exceptional service and giving back to the communities we serve. Discover the Lakes Gas difference. Visit lakesgas.com today. Looking to buy or sell a home? Trust the team your neighbors have trusted for years. Timmerman Realtors, led by Don and Andrew Timmerman Realtors, brings generations of experience and a personal touch to every deal. They're not just agents, they're part of the community. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, let Timmerman Realtors guide you every step of the way. Life's full of twists and turns, but whatever comes next, Wisconsin Credit Union is right there with you. With 24/7 access through online banking, our mobile app, text banking, and even touch tone's phone service, managing your money is easy, anytime, anywhere. Rooted in the philosophy of people helping people, we're proud to support local causes and spread kindness across our communities. Because at Wisconsin, we're not just strong, we're community strong. And here at Blackhawk TV, we'd like to finally thank all of our sponsors here: the Smokehouse, Whitecap Financial Advisors, Timmerman Realtors, Family Chiro Care, Halverson Concrete Solutions, Fern's Lawn Care, St. Croix Custom Apparel, Fenner and Jewelers, Firearm Langer, St. Croix Garage Doors, Blackhawk Garage Door, Pete's Construction, Crystal Orthodontics, CW Garage Door Distribution, Village Pharmacy, Woodville Garage Bar, Baldwin Light Stream, Schaefer Financial Service, American Family Insurance, Western Wisconsin Health, Western Credit Union, and OEM Fabricators, and I'll get the last column. But we've got more basketball to play. 4:13 to go. Hawks down 18. Orioles basketball on the left-hand side of your screen.
Yeah, and we'll see. We saw Stanley-Boyd pull it out a little bit at the end of the first half. It looks like maybe they're content to use a little bit of clock right here.
Hull will draw the contact near the elbow on Foster. There is that infraction, and Hull will go back to the free throw line, shooting the double bonus. Shooting the double bonus.
Yeah, and that's one of those plays where I think both guys, Foster obviously doesn't want the foul called on him. I don't think Hull wanted the foul called in that situation either. I think both guys were kind of stunned that a foul was called there.
Second free throw, good. Hull's total up to 20. Jenke's going to pull it for 2. That one will fall for the freshman. His total's up to 16. Jensen leading all scorers for the Hawks tonight at 17. Janke close behind. They've got 33 of the Hawks 40. Foster trying to draw the charge there. Hull will find the ball near the basket and just off to the left with that potential and one. Good feed from Haas on that possession. So back at the free throw line is Hull. His total's at 21 for the evening. 25. Dockel back in for BW.
Got a couple good minutes there for Ramberg.
Second free throw good. Yeah, defensively especially, Ramberg very impressive in his minutes tonight. Janke's going to turn and look to score right away. He's going to draw the foul.
Yeah, and right now I like what he's doing. You know, before I thought he had a few shots that when the game was a little bit closer where I thought they could have maybe ran something, gotten a better look. At this point in the game, when you're down 18, you've got to attack. You've got to attack quick if you want to have any chance of getting back into it. I know 18 it's a long way to go, but definitely not over.
Luke's first free throw is good. And second, he's got a good roll on that one. Good as well. 16 points to deficit now for the Hawks, and they're going to throw on some full court pressure. Janke's got 4. He's got to be careful.
He does. He does.
Myers gets it across the timeline. Orioles will elect to slow it down. Myers is going to drive.
And good recovery there right away. Good finish by Myers. I thought it was blocked there for a little bit. He powered through it.
Yeah, nice manipulation of pace as he got in around the basket. Jensen, free throw length jumper is no good. He's going to probably, he'll pull up a 3 here. That's going to be tipped and short. About 2.5 minutes to go here in this non-conference matchup. 18-point lead for the Orioles of Stanley-Boyd, who have been all their record chalked them up as at coming into this matchup at 5-0. They're well on their way to 6-0 here tonight. They'll go back to the free throw line. I'll finish off some of our sponsors here at Blackhawk TV. Nielsen's Food, Strikers Lanes, A-Star Concrete, TMS Auto, Lakes Gas, Lupin Ford, DMS Repair, Anytime Fitness, and Bumper to Bumper Blackhawk TV. Thanks all of our sponsors for all of their support through now years of this being in operation. Also thanks to owner and operator of Blackhawk TV, Jeremy Nygaard, who's not with us tonight, but does a lot, obviously, behind the scenes for this production. First free throw is good there, and second's going to go off back iron. Hole, though, will bring down the rebound. And
yeah, and like you said before, I mean, it's really been the whole half. 21 points here. He's really been the guy BW's had no answer for here in the second half. And he, I mean, about 6-7 minutes into this half, it was a 2-point game.
Mm-hmm.
And he just has turned it on. The rest of the Orioles have kind of followed suit, and we're now sitting at a 19-point lead. This is an impressive roster. Like you said, they look pretty comfortable in moving to 6-0 here, and they have some good wins. You're beating Fall Creek by 12. You're beating St. Croix Central by double digits. This looks like it's obviously going to be a double-digit win. And their other games haven't even been remotely close. So
right. Yeah, they're going to be a tough test for the Cloverbelt this season. Dockel will take the quick floater. That's going to be short. Under 2 minutes to play. Orioles will push up the hole once again. Who's going to go to the free throw line once again in this final 7 or 8 minutes?
And Danielson will commit his 5th foul.
Hawks still looking for win number 1 on this early 2025-2026 basketball season. A lot of contributors getting their first significant varsity experience this season, so learning with every contest, seeing it more as an opportunity to learn and grow.
Yeah, and as we talked about last week, but when you're a young team like this, You haven't had the experience that you've had, and you've come out and played the schedule that Baldwin-Woodville has played already. New Richmond, Northwestern, Altoona, and now this Stanley-Boyd team. That's a really hard way to start your year if you're loaded with seniors.
It is.
And when you have a lot of guys that haven't played before, this is a really hard way to start the year. And right now, it's going to be a job on the coaching staff to try and keep these guys, to keep them positive, to make sure that they're aware that, hey, look, we have played really some of the toughest teams in this half of the state to start our season.
100%. Really tough schedule. I would imagine one of the tougher schedules in this part of the state, to be honest. New Richmond, I know, just knocked off Big Rivers Power Eau Claire Memorial in their Big Rivers opener.
Yep.
Northwestern is a perennial power in the heart of North and will continue to be, seemingly.
Yep. And we know how athletic they are with what they did on the gridiron.
Absolutely.
Altoona, we talked about on Friday, is going to be one of the most athletic teams that we're going to see all year. In this Stanley-Boyd team, with those twin towers, that's something you're probably not going to see out of these size schools all year.
You're 100% right. Nigber is going to draw the foul on his shot attempt there, and he'll go to the free throw line.
I mean, yeah, when you can start 6'8", 6'7", and bring 6'5" off the bench, it's just a different ballgame.
It is. It's a privilege that, like you mentioned, not a lot of schools Stanley-Boyd size have, but they're going to take full advantage, and they continue to, as Nigber is good on the first free throw. Hawks total climbs to 43, and we're going to get a bunch of subs for the Orioles. Number 44, junior Sawyer Boos. Number 32, senior Ryan Stark. Number 11, junior Landon Ewer. Number 42, senior Shiloh Wellner. And I believe that's 24, sophomore Caden Parker on the far block. For the Hawks, 33, sophomore Colton Palmer joins the lineup after sophomore Dawson Nigmer knocked down a pair of free throws, and Kuski's going to come up with the loose ball. He's going to bring it down, find Palmer. He'll kick to Nigber. He'll take a long two, and that one not quite good as we close in on 30 seconds to go.
And just out there, good defense there by Nigber, good hustle. And
rolled over with
a travel. Yeah, I didn't think he quite had possession when he rolled, but the guy standing right next to him with the black and white shirt on did.
Right.
That's all that matters.
The Hawks did have a conference game that will be rescheduled, postponed last week during the snowstorm. That was supposed to be against Amory, but 3 days from now they will travel to Osceola, another middle border power as of late.
I was going to say, and it's going to be another really hard game.
Yep. Coach Olson, I believe, over the last 4 years has created a real program to contend with in Osceola. A couple conference championships, and Dockel's last second three is no good, and so final score here at Baldwin-Woodville. Stanley-Boyd 63, our Baldwin-Woodville Blackhawks 44. We want to thank you once again for joining us here tonight on behalf of our cameraman Zach Ambrose, Mr. Stitt, and myself. Hope you have a good rest of your night and a good rest of your week.